have nothing to say. I have plenty to say, but my character... my character has nothing to say, do they? Let's play The Apartment. Hello and welcome to Hello New Place, short in your games. Today I'm going to play a very short game by Naashit's Dev Stuff. It's adorable. But also probably needs a marketing rework to get a proper developer name in case. But I think they're still learning. This game is part of the Mini Jam 168 Retro. It was probably 168, but who cares? And it's only 5 minutes long. At least that's the average airtime. So maybe I'll take 60 minutes. Who knows? I can do that. I actually can. So let's go. Yeah, it's a pickle. It's a pixelated point and click, I guess. Ah, okay. There we are. Hi. Well, not really point and click because I'm just using WASD. Can I go into any other apartments? Help! What? Press enter to continue and then nothing happens. That's not good. I guess press enter to ignore the help. Or the cries for help. Okay, so this is my flat. The thing you seek is not here, but where your hands are clean. It's in the bathroom, probably. I don't know. I mean, my hands are hopefully not just clean in the bathroom, but also outside of it, because what kind of bathroom door do I have that they become unclean immediately? But I get it. This is probably like a little puzzle. Oh my god. Look, if my kitchen looks like this and my flat looks like, you know, the state that it is in, then the bathroom will not make my hands look clean. Got cabinet key. Okay. That's good. Do I have an item? Probably not. 72 hours this game took. Oh, this just shows me, I thought the direction arrows show me that I can still continue to go, but they're just there for me to move. To the developer, because they asked for feedback, I will put that at the beginning of the game, and then let's let go of that because it's a little bit confusing. Because it implies that you know, as long as these are shown, you can actually go further and further. All right, but where is my bathroom? I haven't been to the end of my filthy room here. Got apartment key. Okay, maybe I can now enter the help apartment. I have nothing to say. I have plenty to say, but my character... my character has nothing to say, do they? Also... okay, hi Death. It's time. The end. What? Is there different endings? It's 3 minutes. So... no, I can't. Why do I get keys that I can never use? And why a death? It wasn't implied. Like, you need to introduce some sort of theme. So, to the developer, we'll replay this casually. First of all, is this part of a bigger idea? Wait, wasn't there like a text that showed here with the clean hands and everything? Can I not click it anymore? Because I can't click it anymore because I restarted. Okay, I'll stop my recording. I'll reload the page and we'll try this again. I mean, look, give me a basically side-scrolling pixel adventure horror, and I'm all in. But it needs to have, you know, some sort of story and meaning. And just, you know, this feels like a very early draft. Very early. Look, now it's back again. And also, does this mean in the kitchen the hands are clean? The kitchen is filthy. It's disgusting. So there's nothing here, no cabinet. Like, why do I find the cabinet key in the cabinet? Like, do I still have another cabinet that I can open this with? Because otherwise... No, there's no... Yeah, that's not good. I'm clicking X while I'm walking through my flat because I'm like, maybe something will happen, but I don't think so. Oh, suddenly got apartment key. Oh, yeah, I got it. Okay, so that was the cabinet. I forgot that. Okay, so that was the whole puzzle. Okay, so the puzzles are sorted now. And then that's that. And I can't go back, by the way. It's time. And then I'm dead. Okay. Okay, so that was the game. And now it's 5 minutes because I played this two more minutes to play it through again and kind of try to see what's going on here. Okay, so this today is then probably not like a cool let's play of a super interesting indie horror game. This is one of my that I also sometimes like to do. A let's play session with a little monologue on how to structure a game. So if you don't have gameplay, and I consider these very easy puzzles, not really gameplay, so gameplay would be like a whole mechanic or something. Buckshot Roulette, that is gameplay, so it actually wouldn't need a story, but because the developer is amazing, they also created a world, you know, that feels very like cool and immersive. So it has this dystopian vibe, and you know, it has kind of like a personality. But a game like this would not necessarily need a story. A side-scrolling point-and-click, somewhat horror adventure needs more story than that. I mean, what's the story here? You go to an apartment, or rather, you're in the corridor, you hear a help, you go to your apartment, you have no relation to the help person who's living next to you. You have their key. It's not explained why you have the key for the apartment next to you. Do you own it? Is there your girlfriend or a friend or the person you sometimes, you know, water the plants for when they're on vacation? There's no explanation. The character doesn't talk, which if you want to do a pixelated horror adventure in this style, they gotta talk. If you think about Monkey Island and Simon the Sorcerer and Kathy Wayne and Nightmare Frames and Excavation at Hob Sparrow, all those cute pixelated horror, you know, game characters, they have constant monologues, internal dialogues even. Like they have conversations with the player. They explain everything they see. You know, they tell you this door doesn't open or this doesn't work. They antagonize the player also, but they have lively inner thoughts, you know, they have an opinion on things, and they explain the world around themselves, you know, themselves, which is very necessary if you want to have a horror game. Because here, just because there's death and then you die, that's not a horror game. That's just something that happens. But to have a full horror game, you need tension. You need context, you need motivation for the character to do a thing. Okay, let's start from the beginning. You are in the corridor. The first thing that should happen is the help without having to click on the other door, because it's very likely that someone might not actually click on that door and actually rather just go straight to the flat. And then they don't really know why you would find an apartment key in your apartment if you're already in your apartment, because they have no reason to suspect that you need to go to the next apartment. Why would you? That's not how what happens. And there's also, you know, since you only hear the help if you click on the other apartment door, you don't know that there's anyone in need of help. So start the game with the help, and then start the game with your character, your protagonist, reacting to that scream and be like, oh my god, what happened to Lucy? You don't even have to explain who Lucy is. It's fine as long as you know that the protagonist knows Lucy, you know they have a relationship, so they care about each other. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, just, you know, some sort of friendly whatever. And then you have a reason, because then the protagonist can say, oh no, it's Lucy, what's going on? Then you go to Lucy's store, you click on it, then the character can say, oh no, it's closed, but I have a spare key because I always water Lucy's plants. And so you already know, oh, they kind of have like a nice little, you know, friendly relationship where they have each other's keys. That's cool. And then you go to your apartment and then you look for the key, and then you can be in the kitchen and be like, where could the key be? Also, the notes with the, it's not here, you can find it in the room with the clean hands. That doesn't make sense. That's not, I associate it with bathroom because that's where you wash your hands. Of course, you also wash your hands in the kitchen, you know, when you wash the dishes, etc. And maybe you've prepared your food and before that you wash your hands. But it's not really the associated room with washing is the bathroom. Also, what would be smarter is actually to have the cabinet at the front of the room. So you click on the cabinet and it says, oh, shit, it's closed. I need to find the cabinet key. And then where could I have put it? And then have the board with the notes further in. So you read that after you know that you actually need a key for the cabinet. Because if you just read a random note with a hint to a puzzle that you don't know exists, it's an issue. It's the whole big issue. And it's such a small game. You would think Hula can possibly talk about it for so long, but obviously I can, because it's all the small details. A small game, and I've played a lot of very short games on this channel that were amazing, like that really had 3 or 5 minutes full of, so it's possible. It just needs to, you have your protagonist needs motivation, the puzzles need to lead to it, and the pacing, like at which point do you need to know what thing, where can you get it, and also what's the normal playthrough of a player, like where do they look first, what do they do? And that, I mean, of course, I've seen on the itch page there's a lot of people commenting, there's not a lot of videos on there, but maybe ask your friends to play this game and then watch them actually play it, or ask them to record, you know, how they play it, because then you can see, oh, when they're in the corridor, that's what they do, or what most of them do. So then you know, oh, most of them actually go directly into the apartment and don't even click on the next door to hear the help. So I need to make sure that they hear the help so they have a motivation to actually wanting to go to the next apartment. Okay, so then you find the closed cabinet, you find the note in the ideal version of this game. Then you go to the kitchen, because the note for the puzzle could have made more sense on that account. That you go to the kitchen, get the key, and then have your protagonist say something, you know, like, oh, finally I can see what's wrong with Lucy. And then you go to the next apartment, and then that's key. It can't just be death. So where is the person that screamed help? Why is death there even? You know, if you want to introduce someone like death and not a serial murder or whatever, then you need to make sure to introduce death a little bit before that, with like even subtle stuff like a note your character finds, you know, and reads about. Maybe Lucy had weird dreams or premonitions or whatever, you know. So you need to have a reason why certain things happen. Because if it's just all random, then it's not really a story. That's the thing. And a game like this needs a story. Because, you know, the game itself actually played fine. Like, the movement and the looks and everything, I like that. I actually even like Death's look. That was cool. So it's a shame, you know, that the game doesn't work because there's no script, basically. To the viewers, how did you like it? What did you think is the story here? Because I mean, obviously, Lucy, let's just call her Lucy, okay? I've now grown attached to Lucy, actually, and her plans. So I guess she screamed for help, And then, because death was there, as you do, but that's pretty much it. Do you maybe can help the developer come up with a really cool story for this, other than my very simple story? Then yeah, no, put it in the comments. Also, if you're new to this channel, you know, I play a lot of indie horror games. Usually I don't give them a whole huge critique that takes 3 times longer than the game, but sometimes I do. But most times I don't. Most times I just enjoy the game and then afterwards say what I liked about the game. That's pretty much it. So if you like that, feel free to subscribe. And I promise you, if I'm deaf, you know, and I'm in your neighbor's flat, and you come to look for your neighbor, and I'm there, I will, first of all, if you're not on my list, you're fine, you know. I'm not doing extra work. I'm not getting paid extra, so I won't do extra work. And also, if I had to kill you, I would give you at least an explanation why. Because it's just rude to just, you try to help your neighbor, and then I'm just like, zip, you're dead. That's so rude. So subscribe. Anyways, I hope you had a good time. I hope you have a wonderful day. And maybe see you next time. Bye. This is my self-recorded outro song so I don't get hit with copyright claims. If you subscribe to a lot of fun tutorials, reviews, and let's plays.